For some weeks now, one of the biggest issues on social media in Nigeria has been that of ENDSARS. Even our former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar tweeted about the ENDSARS, saying that the Nigerian youths no longer want the Special Anti-Robbery Squad in the country. My name is Damla Okola, and this episode of Street Gist, I want to ask Nigerians, really, is it a better idea to end SARS than to reform them? The Nigerian police has also told us that it is better for us to reform SARS as against saying that we should end SARS. So we're on the streets today to find out from Nigerians and from you guys out there, which do you prefer? Is it that we should end SARS or reform SARS? We're finding out now. Let's go.
Okay, that's the SARS, Special Anti-Robbery. Okay, yeah, I heard of it.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I was even picked by them some times ago. Yeah.
What did they say you did, or what did you do?
Yeah, I was accused of Yahoo and robbery, which I was not even involved with it. That's my mom over there. Come. So, which I spent 5 years, 7 months in the prison, and yeah.
How long did you spend in prison?
5 years, 7 months in the prison. Heaven is my weakness. I was picked 2011. I came out last year, July. Yeah, and which I knew nothing about what they accused me of.
So why did they release you like?
Yeah, the judge released me. The judge released me, and in fact, after much of judgment in the High Court, and I was discharged and acquitted.
What was the accusation precisely?
Yeah,
the
conspiracy, armed robbery, guns and knife, and fraud. Which the incident was just about. I had a misunderstanding with me and the lady. Which the car that I give to a lady, and she went and changed the ownership, and that was just what happened. And she brought SARS into it without studying more. They just put allegation on me. God bears me looking for what I'm saying. That's just
5 years.
5 years, 7 months in the prison. I beg with a prison, Ibarra. I'm telling you the truth. That's all.
So what do you think about SARS now? Should they be reformed or?
Anyway, in every Roman, there's always the element of truth. I spent those years in the prison. That doesn't mean I was not guilty of one or two things. I was guilty of one or two charges, but not as to the level that they charged me on. So I think SARS, some SARS are doing right and some are doing wrong. So with all the years I spent in the prison, I found out that some of them were doing right and some of them were doing wrong. So if they have to say they should cut off SARS, I don't think it's a right idea. Yeah, they should stay. Because some are doing right, some are doing just look into it deeply. And no ones are doing right and ones are doing wrong. Because here in the Keja, I was picked up in Badagry, and I was brought into federal SARS here. And while I was in the cell, because I was not guilty of the crime, even though I was not also 100% right of the crime, yeah, innocent of the crime. But in the cell, I was seeing some certain things, some SARS there. When after interrogating me, some way like talking that this boy is not guilty, he's innocent of this crime. So somehow like leave that thing. So in there I noticed that some were right and why some were wrong. So in everything there's some right, some wrong. They just need to just look into it. SARS are helping a lot. While I came out of prison, while I was in the prison, I learned a lot of things in the prison. Ibarra prison, Abeokuta. Opposite governor's office in Abeokuta. So there are some of them which like coming in the prison, making deals. And some of them coming to the prison to investigate rights. So SARS, they're helping a lot. Yeah, I came out of prison today. I'm a pastor, ordained by Dr. Isaiah Wade in Gospel Pillar Ministry. So yeah. So I'm seeing when I go anywhere, go out for outreach, I tell people that in every way you find yourself, there are people that are right and some are wrong. That is natural. That's why we just black and white. So SARS are okay. The Lord are doing the right thing. So it's not advisable to cut SARS out of the society. That's all.
It's good to rebrand them. You have to rebrand them. It's existing before now. So just rebrand them. I think that's my idea.
Have you had any experience with any one of them before?
Yeah. One of them broke my button, but of course, I'm aware of the emergency line, the toll line. I used the toll line, and I was able to hold him down.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think they should just reform?
Reform them, rebrand them, train them again. You can see the new civil defense, very good, very active. The new Lagos police, which we all know as LRS or the vigilante. good, rebrand. Their manner of approach is excellent. So you should rebrand them, treat them well. That's it.
Actually, if the government had to do, if Nigeria had to say right, SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, sure, if they have to what you said, reform it fine. So they should know those who will be there, because there are a lot of criminals, bad elements who are in SARS. They use SARS as a front to extort people money. It's a lot of money. You know, we've had stories where SARS will go to you, pick you, collect your money and kill you. We've had a lot of those stories. So if they say, okay, SARS, reform SARS, with those who are educated, who knows the right. Let Nigerians, let those who they form the SARS knows the right of Nigerians. Let Nigerians know their right with the police. It's not that any policeman will just leave Surulere and go to somewhere and arrest somebody without no penalty, say they are SARS. It's wrong in the constitution. Before you go to somewhere to arrest anybody, you must let the person, actually, the station guy in that place should know before you arrest him. But they will leave Lagos, go to Songo, go to Surulere, go and say they are SARS, they will just pick anybody. That's wrong. So if they are going to reform it, fine, the government should reform it.
I think it should be reformed because, you know, SARS is a part of the police force. They are trained for anti-kidnapping and anti-crime. They should be reformed. The personnel there are the problem, not the SARS as per se, because the personnel there, you know, police these days is highest bidder. If you pay, they do what you want, even when you are wrong, as long as you pay. So they should be reformed. I don't think they should be scrapped. They should be reformed and make them work well.
Have you had any experience with any SARS official?
No, I don't have any experience with them. I don't have any experience with them. Although I have one or two experience in the police station, but not really with SARS.
What was the experience in the police station?
It's the same thing everywhere. It's the same thing. You go there, you know, somebody can write a flimsy petition against you, they will arrest you, and at the end of the day, they will say, bail is free, but it's not free. That's the experience. Yeah.
Which one you prefer? Say, may they end SARS or may they reform SARS?
To my own point of view, you know, say those SARS guys, they are doing job. They are doing a very good job. Because if you look at, unlike before, all those crime that all those boys used to do, it has reduced. But my only advice for me to them is that if they carry anybody, they should not torture it. They should first of all investigate that person. Know whether those guys, whether maybe they are Yahoo or they are criminal. Unlike the other day, I commend what SARS guys are doing, all those SARS people. Because one day I was at Ketu, we didn't know that the bus stop that we were standing, a guy, very handsome guy, was with a gun. He hold it inside back like this. And we did not know. Maybe they were 4 in number. They wanted to go and operate. So one of them just saw the guy, the look, because they have the tactics, the technique, how they used to detect all those bad guys. So by the time he hold them, he was trying to throw the bag to the second person. And the other guy quickly rushed the other guy. By the time they check inside the bag, they saw that gun is inside. You understand? They can't ENDSARS now. At least they are helping us. My advice to them is that if they see anybody, they should investigate that person very well before they begin to torture. Because on the other way around, I don't like the way they used to torture people, because they torture innocent people also.
I believe they should reform SARS. There's nothing like ending it. Ending it to give opportunity to those hoodlums to perform more dastard acts in the society. So that will put us in a more dangerous or a risky lifestyle in Lagos State. So there's no need of ending SARS. The best is for them to reform it and give them a guideline to follow. Before you arrest somebody, there should be a guideline. Even when you get somebody, there should also be a legal form by which you can be able to try the person in court to know that this person is a criminal or this person is not a criminal. So that's my own view about that.
So they shouldn't end SARS?
They shouldn't end it.
Have you had any experience with any SARS official before?
No, I have not, because I'm not a criminal. They shouldn't. Why should they come near me? I see the way I look. I don't look.
So people who have had experience said they were not criminals and they were attacked by this man.
They were attacked. It depends. Were you able to explain yourself? Were they asked you to identify yourself? Were you able to identify yourself? What were the answers you gave them? When they asked you questions? What did you say? When they asked you questions, who are you? Identify yourself. What do you do? If you are into any legal business, I don't say they are not mad people. Of course, some of them, among them, we have people that are educated as well. So you understand. So if they rough handle you, how did you respond to them? How was your response to them? For example, somebody meets you, may I know you? Of course, politely, you tell them who you are. What do you do? You tell them what you do. And that's all.
SARS has to be reformed because we need them. It is an anti-security outfit. They play very vital roles, especially going by their method of operations. But the only problem I have with SARS is there are times they go beyond what is constitutionally allowed of them. Okay? So, in very unequivocal terms, I'm saying that because their services are very much needed in society to checkmate the excesses of some of these elements who think they are too fast, criminally speaking. So, they have to be, the personnel that are involved have to be reformed, retrained, and reoriented, all right, to catch up with governmental expectations on one of its very important outfits like the SARS, all right? So we need them, but they have to operate in line with the rules of engagement, yeah?
They should reform them. They will try to give them, it depends on what causes the problem is the orientation. How SARS was originated initially. You know, people live with what they, people live with their, how will I put it? People live with their, how we are originated. How the thing started in the beginning. The people that started it. So it depends on how anything you are doing in life started. The charity begins at home. What you have developed with is that what you are going to grow up with. So they should reform it. That's the best way.
Have you had any experience with SARS officials before?
No, I'm not a criminal, so I don't have any experience with SARS.
But some people who are not criminals were allegedly attacked by some of their officers.
A few, let's say 10 or 15%. If you know your way, but everything depends on God. But at the same time, if you don't involve in any criminal activities, there is no way you involve with SARS.
Let them be reformed.
Why?
Well, I believe their goals is actually quite good. But the thing is that they leave what they ought to do and do what they ought not to do. They see an innocent passerby that just dresses well and they arrest him. One of my family friends, I was actually a victim of SARS, and he was there for like a week without us knowing that he was there. It was just by God's grace that someone, his old friend, happened to go there, and we now found out that, wow, he called and said, do you know where everybody had started looking for the man? Because he just went to the office, only for him along the road. They just picked him up just like that. Just like that, no crime. So I believe they should be reformed rather than ended. Because there are lots of crime going on in Lagos State right now. Lots and lots of. It might not happen here, but in those other less urban or rural areas of Lagos State. And SARS means Special Anti-Robbery Squad. They have a lot to do. Just that they need a lot of information.
Is it possible to actually end SARS? I don't think it's possible.
It was created. So
it was created, but the purpose for the creation, has the purpose been defeated? No. Just restructuring and they are good to go.
Have you had any experience with any SARS official before?
Not really. Not really. But other police outfits, yes. But as a SARS, no.
What's the experience with the police officers that you had?
Just the normal practice, trying to create issue where there is no issue. And threatening you with funny things that is unprintable, and at the end of the day, they are just trying to exploit you.
So basically what you think is that we should just reform SARS as is against...
No, police generally, no, not even police, most security outfits. No, I don't have any issue with the armed forces, but either the state-owned security outfit or police, you know, last man, Kai, I mean, all those things, you will find out that anytime they are putting on the uniform, they actually want to they are not harming themselves with law, but rather than their own personal stuff. So instead of you to just a minor thing that, I mean, any little issue thing that they can even actually advise, they will allow you to actually commit that crime so that they can actually influence their own personal influence on you. So not definitely the whole security outfit actually need restructuring. Honestly, let them be public friendly and we are good to go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Yes. Nigerians definitely know what they want. And from what we have heard so far, nobody, not a single person has asked for SARS to be ended in Nigeria. So the ENDSARS on social media actually is not a good idea according to what Nigerians are saying. Big shout out to Emmanuel Sodi, the man behind the camera, and of course everybody out there for dropping in 1 or 2 comments under this post. My name is Damlari Okonla, and don't forget to keep watching Night.com TV. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, and of course subscribe to our YouTube channel. ENDSARS, REFORMSARS. Which do you prefer? Have a great day.